Hello. So I thought I would show my natal chart, my birth chart, if you believe in astrology, and I would talk about it. So let's take a look at my birth chart. So I'm gonna switch the camera. So here's the natal chart, and you can see from my chart that I have ascendant in Scorpio and Pluto conjuncted. And this is the Western astrology. I believe in that. I don't feel like I'm a Leo. Like in Vedic astrology, I would be a Leo. But I feel more this chart, and that it's me. But so yeah, so Pluto conjunct ascendant in Scorpio. Then we have North Node in Scorpio, Jupiter in Scorpio, Venus in Scorpio, and I think this is Juno in Scorpio. Then we have Libra, like Mercury in Libra, and midheaven in Virgo, Sun in Virgo, Chiron in Virgo, Mars in Cancer, and in 8th house. And then we have 7th house, which would be in Taurus, but most of Gemini is actually in the 7th house. So, and 8th house begins in Gemini. And then 6th house is that small. 5th house in Aries. I feel that one, like the 5th house in Aries. And I see 4th house a lot in Aries, but 4th house is in Pisces. Saturn retrograde in Pisces, nothing in Aquarius, but 3rd house in Aquarius. Then Uranus retrograde, Neptune retrograde, and Moon in Capricorn. So that's my natal chart. And yeah, I want to talk a little bit about it. So let's see, can have it comfy like this. So we're gonna see solar sign Virgo, moon sign Capricorn. This is astro theme, by the way. Can check out who this is. Okay, so she has sun in Virgo, ascendant in Scorpio, and moon in Capricorn like me. So these are the ones who have the same big three, which means Sun in Virgo, Ascendant in Scorpio, Moon in Capricorn. Okay, I have to charge the computer. So we could check that out actually. So this is my chart, and there's a lot of to study and read about. So you can see Sun in Virgo in 9th house, and Leo, it's in Leo, the 9th house, and the Sun is found there too. The Chiron, I don't really know what that is, but so yeah, you can read from that like what Chiron is. But so yeah, what I relate to in my natal chart, I could talk about that. So ascendant in Scorpio for real, and conjunct Pluto in first house, Pluto in first house. Definitely relate to that, and Venus in Scorpio, and the Jupiter conjunct Venus, definitely relate to that as well. Mercury in Libra, and I relate to my progress sun being in Libra at the moment, so that I relate to as well. The Mars in 8th house in Cancer. The Moon in Capricorn. In Vedic, it would be in Sagittarius, but I relate to Moon in Capricorn. So yeah, Neptune trine my sun. I relate to that as well. And the Uranus trine my sun. But yeah. And I could talk a little bit about how you would handle all of this, how you would interpret this. So you may see Sun in Virgo and Mars in Cancer and Ascendant in Scorpio and Moon in Capricorn, but you also want to think about the ruling planets. So Sun in Virgo, the ruling planet of Virgo is Mercury. So you want to see where Mercury is. So it's in Libra. So that plays a big role. And Ascendant in Scorpio. So you want to know what ruling planet is for Scorpio. So the ruling planets are Mars and Pluto. Pluto and Mars. And I have Mars in Cancer and Pluto also in Scorpio. just like the ascendant, and it's on the ascendant. And Capricorn, moon in Capricorn, you want to see what the ruling planet is for Capricorn. So it's Saturn, and that is in Pisces, retrograding. So that's how it works. So you want to check out these ruling planets, kind of. And yeah, it's important. Then also interceptions. So I think you call it interceptions. I have to check it out. Yeah, so intercepted houses. So you want to look at that as well. So you can see like my first house, it begins in Scorpio, but then it goes all the way to Sagittarius, and most of my Sagittarius is for in first house, but it's still ascendant in Scorpio. So the first house, the ascendant. So the first house is in Scorpio, but most of it is in Sagittarius, as you can see. So, but then you can see that the second house, I can show like that. That's the second house. So it starts in Sagittarius, like the late degrees, but it goes all the way over Capricorn to Aquarius. And that's the second house. So that means it's intercepted because it doesn't, it's Capricorn that's intercepted. Like it doesn't start in Capricorn. So here third house starts in Aquarius, but nothing starts in Capricorn. So it's intercepted. And then the opposite sign is the same thing with that. So it's here you can see 8th house begins in Gemini in late degrees again, and then all of the 8th house is in Cancer, but then it goes all the way to Leo and it ends there. So it's intercepted. The Cancer is intercepted and the house, 8th house, is intercepted. And you can see Mars in Cancer. So it means that the moon and the Mars are intercepted. So it's really interesting. I haven't wanted to show my natal chart before because I think like it's so personal. But you can see celebrities' natal charts as well, like the ones who are the right birth time. So, you know, I thought that why not show my natal chart. So that's my time when I was born. So positions of planets, you can check that out as well. And then the planetary aspects. So you can just pause the video. So that's my natal chart, and there's a lot to study and a lot to interpret. But it's really interesting. So I don't have anything else to say, but yeah, that was my birth chart.